The result of this deception is very strange to tell. For when I fool the people I fear, I fool myself as well. I whistle a happy tune, and every single time the happiness in the tune convinces me that I'm not afraid. Make believe you're brave, and the trick will take you far. You may be as brave as you make believe you are. You may be as brave as you make believe you are. Anyone can listen, that's what they say. Easy. Anyone can listen, any old day. Easy. It's all so simple. Relax, let go, let fly. So someone tell me why can't I can dance a tango, I can read Greek, easy. I can slay a dragon any old week, easy. What's hard? What's simple? What's natural comes hard. Maybe you could show me how to let go. Lower my guard, learn to be free. Maybe if you whistle for me. Slay a dragon, any old way, easy. What's hard is simple. What's natural comes hard. Maybe you could show me how to let go. Lower my guard, learn to be free. Maybe if you whistle for me. Thank you.
To Creatively Speaking. You've been listening to Mark Chapman and Paul Broadnax. The last time you met Mark Chapman on Creatively Speaking, we were meeting the books and travel editor of the Boston Herald. But there's a whole other side to this talented man's career. He's also a cabaret singer. And when you've seen Paul Broadnax on Creatively Speaking, you've met the man who is one of the foremost interpreters of the American Songbook. But he's also one of the very best accompanists working today. And it's in that capacity that he joins us this time. For the first time, in a very creative segment of Creatively Speaking, Mark Chapman and Paul Broadnax are combining their very special talents. Welcome back to Creatively Speaking. You two have just really met in the last, 24 hours?
24 hours.
This blows me away. I knew getting you two together would be terrific, but what was this experience like to combine your talents?
Yeah.
Having a good time. It sounds like you were having a really good time. Now, most people know you as the books and travel editor of the Herald.
Right.
Where's the cabaret singing come from?
Well, that is where I come from, basically. I fell into journalism when I got married, really. It was an accident. It was something that I never intended to do. I grew up with theater. I grew up listening to big band music and Frank Sinatra, and I always intended to be a musician of some sort or actor or something. And I was working in a theater career when I met my wife and decided that, well, she's an artist, so I better find a real job that would support us, because the arts, can be fickle. Two people can't be, and so I figured I'd been writing on and off.
A tightrope around a net. Yes, as we all know what this is to be. Paul, how about you as an accompanist? You do a lot of that. Tell me about some of the people you've worked with.
Joe Williams. I accompanied Joe Williams.
Oh, wasn't he lucky? I don't care. Wasn't he lucky? Because you were really fantastic.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
What's it like to do that? Because that's a whole other thing. You are your own creative artist, so when you work, it's another story.
Well, it seems as though, since I also sing, that I'm sensitive to what has to go on behind a voice. And I think that might help me a lot as far as...
That helps tremendously, but there would also be that kind of, I should be singing, and suddenly you're subjugating your own talent to somebody else or working with them. Does that ever... See, you're such a generous person, and that really shows, because you do it so well.
And he really does. We ran through each tune once, but we didn't even go all the way through really the way we were going to do it. He just needed to hear what we were going to do. We just hit it off. We just wanted to talk.
Oh my gosh, I'd love to have been a fly on the wall for that conversation.
It was
wonderful. We talked about the music business going back to the 20, 30 years ago, and we had crossed paths. We didn't realize it at certain points in our lives, on the same street or something like that.
That's amazing to me. Now, what sort of music do you prefer to do? And I'm going to ask you what sort you prefer to do.
Well, I have two preferences, really. It's like trying to choose between children. And one is show tunes, and one is jazz standards. The Frank Sinatra, Nat King Cole, Sammy Davis Jr., that whole realm in one direction, and show tunes, Rodgers and Hammerstein, Stephen Sondheim, just Kander and Ebb,
my favorite.
just so many wonderful, wonderful composers.
Endless repertoire to choose from. How about you, Paul?
Well, basically the same thing. The American Songbook is just loaded with all kinds of challenges for a jazz musician.
It really
as well as doing your own interpretation vocally. It's just a wonderful realm.
Well, I know you're going to be back to do that for us in a couple of months.
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, so are we. We need to get you back as a cabaret singer. We need to get you guys back together again another time. I mean, this is just so much fun.
Anytime.
So, do you think you two would ever work together again? I mean, this was a creatively speaking, spontaneous...
Sure. Actually, that's up to Paul. He's got all the work. I'm just a neophyte. I'm just starting. I'm just starting. You can call. No. I really, this is something that I did some lounge lizard type performing for a while. Got away from it. Came back to it only in the last few years. And I've done some things. I've done a few things on some cruise ships. I've done some things in the Daniel Webster run on Cape Cod. But really, I'm just, in spite of my age, I'm kind of a baby in the business. Even though I grew up in it, I'm really new at it.
You're just coming back.
Really just coming out, so to speak. But not that way.
No, we understood that. We'll be hearing more and more of you, and we get to hear you at Bullfinch's every Monday night.
Every Monday night.
Sudbury.
6 years.
6 years, wow. And we see you other places, too.
We're also at Turner Fisheries in the Weston and Copley Square on Thursday nights.
Ah.
Yeah. So that's another steady hang.
Yeah, which is great. That's wonderful. Can't get enough of this kind of music. I think this is great. I hope you two will come back again, individually, together. I'd love to hear it happen again. This is one of Creatively Speaking's best creative experiences, is getting you two together and on the same show with Priscilla Cogan. My goodness, this has been fun.
Yes, well, thank you so much.
Thank you
Such a pleasure.
very much. Oh, it's just a pleasure listening to you, and you're going to be playing us out with another song, and don't forget to join us the next time we are Creatively Speaking. Good night.
That's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. Well, I know I'm gonna change that tune. When I'm back on top, I'm talking to you. I said that's life, and as funny as it seems, some people get their kicks just messing with your dreams. But I won't let it get me down. 'Cause this whole world, it keeps spinning round. I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, a clown, and a king. I've been up and down and over and out. And I know one thing, each time I find myself flat on my face, I pick myself up and get back in the race. That's life. I tell you, I won't deny it. I thought of quitting, baby, but my heart won't buy it. And if I didn't think it was worth one more try, I'd jump right on a big bird and then I'd fly. I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn, and a king. I've been up and down, over and out, and I know one thing. Each time I find myself flat on my face, I pick myself up and get back in the race. That's life. That's life. No, I won't deny it. Many times I thought of cutting out, but my heart won't buy it. But if there's nothing shaking from this here July, I'm gonna roll myself up in a big ball